Welcome to Elevated Performance, the only lifting program brought to you by other professional basketball players. Now, why are we here? The main purpose of this program is to get stronger and more athletic, shorten recovery time in between high effort outputs, like in basketball, and then to increase our long term durability and injury resilience. Being able to play and train more means you will get better over time. That is obviously the goal that we all have as basketball players. Now, to do this in this program, we're going to focus mainly on three things: the amount of power that you can produce, generating high levels of force, basically running faster and jumping higher, power endurance, which is going to be an important part of this program, which basically means you can do those things in number one repeatedly over time without breaking down, without getting tired, and without increasing your risk of injury. And then, obviously, number three, if you guys followed us at all, is pain-free performance. The foundation of all of our programs is to make sure that athletes stay healthy long term. The best ability is availability. We will build these qualities in a safe, constructive manner so that you can play at a high level for longer periods of time. Reasons why this works: we have both tried a lot of programs in the past and have been disappointed, whether it's getting us hurt or just not seeing the results that we feel we deserve. This program is tried and tested by professional hoopers, and it is a safe and scientific progression, turning strength into sports specific power and athleticism, not just putting on exercise, not just going through the motion. A little bit about myself: my name is Dennis Clifford. I'm a rehab and performance coach. I'm an NBA G League player development coach. Now, a little bit about my background. In 2012, I was hurt. I was told I would never play again. I had one of the lowest vertical jumps probably in Division One basketball. I averaged about 2 points and 2 rebounds a game. Now, fast forward to 2025. About a month ago, I was playing in Indonesia. I have a 28-inch vert now, still not great, but okay for a 7-footer. Averaging 13 points and 15 rebounds. I'm no longer limited by pain. And now I can actually express my natural athleticism on the court without breaking down over the duration of a season. I'm sure a lot of you guys know my business partner, Bailey Steele, current professional basketball player in the CBA, which is the top league in Asia. Now, in 2015, this dude had zero D1 offers, had to go to JUCO, and just look at his frame. He is a little dog. Now, fast forward 10 years later, he's playing in the top league of Asia, one of the best leagues in the world, averaging 12 points a game. And the dude has size, he has presence, and he obviously has athleticism. Both of us tried different programs in the past. Like I said before, we were disappointed, so we decided to make this program for you guys, other hoopers that are looking to take advantage of this time in the off season. We both saw how important it is to not only live in the weight room, but to spend your time and energy doing the right things so that you can get the most effective and the most efficient results. For me, now is the perfect time. The off season is the foundation building of your whole entire year. The bigger and stronger you get now, the more explosive and dominant you will be when it matters. And this is the roadmap. So obviously in the bottom of this pyramid is pain-free performance. But we are starting this program assuming that you have already done that. If you are held back by pain, you have to hit me up and we can put you in a different program. But right now, you are going to start with 8 weeks of hypertrophy training. And that means we are putting on muscle mass, which will then later potentiate into strength and power. The next 6 to 8 weeks will be max strength training, and then we can turn those two things into power and athleticism. I wouldn't worry too much about the timeline. If you're in the program, we can make slight adjustments, but this is basically what your offseason would look like. And hopefully you get into power and athleticism either before the preseason or during the preseason. And then we can talk about maintenance plans after that. So starting with the first 8 weeks, like I said up here in this hypertrophy phase of the pyramid, this is the big dog volume block. So now the first 2 weeks is going to be 6 by 6 reps in our main lifts with a 3 second negative. We're just working on getting time under tension. And we're basically just introducing our body to the training stimulus. Now, this is going to be very hard, and especially for the people that have not done a lot of volume in the past, this is going to wake you up. You're going to be sore as shit. Then we progress into phase 2 for the next 4 weeks. We do 8 sets by 5 with a controlled tempo. And then lastly, the last 2 weeks, we do 10 sets of 4 reps in our main lifts. I'll go over that later. The weekly schedule for us right now: Monday is day one, that's upper body. Tuesday, lower body. Wednesday will be an active recovery and mobility day. And then Thursday, we do upper again. And Friday, we do active recovery again. And then on Saturday, we do full. Now, you guys can mix and match these days. This is just the recommended schedule that will be in your app. Now let's talk about RPE, which is your rate of perceived exertion. In other words, it's how hard you're working on a scale of 1 to 10. So basically, 1 is you're damn near laying down, and 10 is the hardest you've ever worked. You have nothing left in the tank. After each workout, you'll have a screen in your app that will show this, and this is where you put your RPE rating. You'll be able to put this rating in and then give us a comment if you would like. talking about the program, maybe we can make adjustments based off of these comments. For the main lifts, so for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, these are your main lifts. I want the RPE to be an 8 or 9. I want, as safely as you can, I want you going as hard as you can. For the active recovery days, it's a little different. It's like a 3 or 5 out of 10. Basically, you want to just keep your blood flowing so that you can recover quicker. Now, these days are also optional, and that means they can be substituted with summertime activities, the beach, walking outside in the sun. These are highly recommended. And obviously, just like doing skill workouts for your sport. Calibrating your RPE for yourself is a skill that will improve with age and experience. For now, go as hard as you can in a safe, controlled manner. Now, quick reminder, if you experience any joint pain to the point where it is holding you back from attacking these lifts and tapping into your own athleticism, then I suggest that you back off the heavy lifting and contact us for the Pain Free Performance Program. That is very important because if you have a type of pain that is not going away, that is a problem you want to solve right now, as opposed to just adding strength to a broken system. Now, for the daily schedule, what you will see in all these workouts is the first block is usually going to be a recommended prehab section. This is optional, but it is highly recommended. It's for the people that are dealing with pain and or stiffness and care about longevity, which should be all of us. Instead of stretching and foam rolling and doing the banded exercises all the time, we have implemented aspects of our pain-free performance program to help little by little recalibrate your body on a daily basis. Bottom line, these drills will help you get better usage out of your muscles, which is better for your athleticism anyways. Then we go into a warm-up. If you don't want to do those warm-up exercises, just do any sort of dynamic warm-up series that you would do on any team sport just to get the blood flowing. This could be a walk on the treadmill for 5 to 10 minutes or just hit the bike. Do whatever you got to do, but it's important to warm up before you get into these lifts that will actually help you get better activation from your mind and body. Then we go into the nervous system activation part, which is basically just explosive movements. On leg day, it's usually a trap bar, deadlift, jump. And then on upper body days, it's usually just clap push-ups or some med ball slams. Now we get into the big body main lifts. This is the meat and the potatoes, a lot of volume, and the RPE is usually aimed at an 8 to 9 in these exercises. This is where most of your adaptation will occur, so lock in on the form. Then after that, we are basically doing auxiliary exercises to burn you out. And that's hitting shoulders, biceps, triceps, core, just those extra sets that are going to help you feel the pump. After the workout, try to get in protein and carbs within 30 minutes. And then taking a walk 2 hours after the workout is scientifically proven to help you with your recovery, as opposed to just sitting around. I know you guys are going to be tired, so you're going to want to lay around all day, but like getting up and getting active prevents your blood from pooling, and then that will help with your recovery. Now, for substituting exercises, we all don't have the same equipment. We all don't have the same range of motion. We might be limited in one of those things. So make any substitutions that you need. So if there's a squat, you can do any type of squat pattern. At the end of the day, if you don't have anything else to access, you can even do leg press. As long as the stimulus is intense enough to trigger an adaptation in your body, you're going to get good usage out of this program. So if it's a bicep curl, you can obviously use dumbbells, you can use an easy curl bar, you can use the straight bar. Those things I'm not too concerned about. We are more concerned with the overall volume and workload and intensity so that you push yourself and you hit that RPE in the safest way possible. When we finish this block, we will go into the max strength block, which will have different exercises, different rep ranges. And then when you're done with phase 4, we move into phase 5, which is the power block. This is turning all of that strength into athleticism. That's where you increase your vert. If we just jumped into the power block, we would not get the same amount of muscle and mental activity. That's why we are spending so much time building that potential before we get into the power block. Some extra pointers for you guys. Sleep is where you get the most amount of recovery and muscle adaptation. 8 hours uninterrupted sleep, that is the minimum if you want to be a serious athlete. Hydration is obviously important. Make sure that you're not only drinking enough water, but you're also getting your minerals. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium are the main electrolytes that are going to help water interact with your cells. That is what hydration is. And that is why you need those electrolytes. You need those minerals. And no, Gatorade and sports drinks are not going to do that shit effectively. So stay away from that garbage. Get some raw honey and some sea salt. If you eat fruit, that's where you're going to get a lot of those minerals. And then you can drink water on top of that. It's basically a way to get better usage out of the water that you're drinking. If you drink a whole lot of water without minerals, you're just going to end up pissing it out. Your body cannot use that water. Last thing, if you want more guidance throughout this process and more one-on-one support, if you want to apply for one-on-one coaching, just contact us in the app or on Instagram. You should have me and Bailey's Instagram by now. So just figure out a way to contact us. If you're really about it, you have to be serious because it is a serious investment. That is one thing that we do not play around with. We do not play around with people's time. All right, and lastly, this is the disclaimer. It's basically saying, be safe. You're obviously going to be in the weight room without us. So use your own common sense. Listen to your body. We're not liable if you go do some stupid shit. All right. Train smart. Godspeed. Welcome to the program. Thank you for watching. I'm excited to see these gains. Make sure you take those posture photos on day one so that you can see your own progress. Hit us up if you need anything. Peace.